Point number 62, starving artist, comedian, starving yoga teacher, meet the vagina whisperer, starving entrepreneur who surfs on YouTube, video to video, not starving hot girl entrepreneurship club, worried that her trust fund will never run out, but also kind of needs to do something significant in the world. That significance is us doing tip number 62. As an artist, we need to do morning pages where we gin out morning pages, thoughts from our brain to paper. Gin, pun intended, because the founding fathers already said no to a central bank. Gin, pun intended, because we want to be chemical free. Point number 22. This is done sober because of point number 8, which is acting class. I'm just acting drunk. You can also act drunk while not being drunk, so that way your brain is crystal clear. Which is also right back on point to this point number 62, which is, as artists, no drugs. The only drug that we're going to be doing is dopamine, norepinephrine, and epinephrine, all courtesy of your pineal gland. Chapter 12. Do you see how hilarious this presentation is? Because if I slowed it down and just did one thing of the 70 things inside the top 10, that would be digestible comedy, prompting people to make people think they're thinking and then laugh because we're all in on the inside joke, where now we are on the outside of some things, not hitting the panic button, but yep, there's a war, a secret war on the middle class. Would you like to be a successful artist during this war on the middle class? You would, or else you wouldn't be all the way into point number 62. One commercially viable artistic creation. Just one. Two if you want to show off. Let's go from 0 to 1. And if I'm DJing in the external API of Mark McCormack, who got stolen by Peter Thiel, yeah, because Harvard Law Review, that shit already exists. But at Stanford, there is no law review until Peter Thiel co-founded Stanford Law Review. Did I also do Stanford Corporeal Startup Governance, SCSG? I just did. Startup Corporeal Startup Governance. Stanford Corporeal Startup Governance. SCSG is a spin-off by me adding one word. Feel free to steal this. Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club. We have a ton of stuff that you can already steal. Yeah. We can already win it because we're winning while we're winning. We can win it while we're winning as I manage my own backdrop. What is SCSG? It is a joke, yet, It is a joke. It is a joke like Theta Guy is Kappa Alpha Theta Guy is the Delta Gamma stud guy. He's the guy that the sorority anoints to be able to boof and spoon and get to first base, which is but any person in the sorority. not exactly quoting me on that, but winning at the specifics on would you like to be connected? Going from 0 to 2. It's just like going 0 to 1. It's just like changing one word. Stanford Corporeal Governance is Stanford Corp Gov. Best practices in board of directors. Front-running jokes into a future 3-day conference. That's what we do as hustling comedians inside of the Larry Chang Comedy Incubator, because Comedy Mothership is not doing a good job. This is the first time I've disintermediated and disrupted a shitty business. Yeah, I did that with Y Combinator, YC. Yeah, you have been hanging out with a literal institution of Silicon Valley that then annexed Miami, which is why Austin is the headquarters for Silicon Valley. If that makes you emotionally upset, know that the Interstate Commerce Act is a real thing, and California can't patrol borders and keep Oregon fire trucks and Nevada fire trucks from coming in based on emissions testing in California, when the emission of forest burning, way worse. Stanford Corp Gov, Harvard Corp Gov, CORPGOV. The joke franchise that we are doing, this is my co-founder. Have you met Mr. Robot? Have you met Mr. Robot? He's my co-founder. We are doing Stanford Corp Startup Governance, SCSG. Season 1, Season 2, Mr. Robot, we're amazing. Some of that other ones, okay, not the best. Some of these other ones, Theta, Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club. I know it's all Kappas, Alpha Chi Omega. These are the smart girls that are hotter than you. Be more than what you are, which is becoming great while attending my stand-up comedy routine, which is top 10 comedy business skills. Top 10 business skills for comedians. If you're joining me late, let me catch you up on everything. Me, this guy who's a video game creature, who's helping you no longer be a non-player character, because we're in flow with point number 62 of the top 10 tips for comedians to no longer go bankrupt because you suck at business as an artist. Stanford Corporate Startup Governance. Oh, when you keep mentioning Stanford, I get super intimidated. I went to the University of Illinois. I bought a couple of season tickets back to back years, and now I'm adding one word to an awesome word, which is Stanford Corp Gov. Hashtag CPUCC24. Is this an invitation for you to do a comedic keynote with me at CompuShare User Conference 2025 Miami? No. But it's more likely if you were to take some notes and take step 1. Oh, shit. Did you just give me a 5-figure comedy deal? Well, for you, 3 figures would be a start. Do you see how I'm taking you from 0 to $500 per hour? Because that's Bitcoin for corporations. That's Stanford Corp Gov legally. So these jokes are hilarious. Do you require 3 years of law school to keynote national associations of attorneys general? NAG, NAAG. Do they need a comedic keynote speaker? Yeah. Do you want to keynote with me Bitcoin for Corporations, May 11 through May 15? Do you see how easy this is? Do you see how easy this is? Everyone right now is focused on the world burning because this revolution actually does have Wi-Fi. This Roman Empire collapse actually has Twitter, which went from a pedo named Yohil Roth throwing groomer police officers away, meaning canceling accounts that would try to be good. CompuServe User Conference 2025. Book yourself as a keynote speaker using Joke Franchise. Point number 6. Do you like how the 99 days of Christmas are also today on day 34 of the 99 days of Christmas? Do we want to keep going on point number 62, or do we want to progress further? You tell me.